Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here. Like always, make sure you are hitting that like, subscribe, and post notification bell. Also, make sure you're sharing out this video, guys, because we are bringing a lot of great content to you guys, and we want to make sure that we continue to do that because there is a ton of opportunity out in the marketplace today. Speaking of which, we are doing a special video. Normally with the videos, 9 times out of 10, I normally do a recap of the trade for the day because I like to see what has transpired throughout the day and kind of give a summary. But today we're going to do a little different. We're actually looking at the ticker symbol DATS at the top here. You guys are looking at the Thinkorswim platform. If you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I always like to go into the fact that Thinkorswim is one of those platforms, very very easy to navigate. I tend to use this more for options than day trading, but I do use it for both. I love the way that the chart layouts are constructed. And so, yeah, these are one of my go-to charts when I am breaking down a trade. So, with that being said, we are looking at DATS. This is actually a stock that I traded earlier in the day. This is actually one of those good places to make you guys all aware. I am not a financial advisor. I always like to give out that disclosure. I literally do these videos for entertainment and fun, try to help you guys get to another level and share the ideas and things that we see here. So, with that being said, we're going to take a look at DATS. It's one of those stocks that has run in the past. So when I saw this name pop up, I got very, very excited. Now, one thing, guys, that I want you to do if you're not doing already, because I know there are various people who are going to be watching this video, various trading levels, whether you're a novice, intermediate, or advanced. Some of these ideas I'm going to put out, but at all levels, you guys can definitely benefit from it. So, with that being said, DATS put out a press release this morning. So it's very, very important, guys, that as a general rule, you kind of get used to checking to see if there's any news on any stocks that kind of helps you in the process outside of doing your watch list for the week. That's normally what I tend to do. Saw that there was a press release that dropped this morning about I want to say it was 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, not 100% sure. But they dropped the press release, and that's normally a telltale sign that there's going to be some movement in the stock. So as you can see here, this first move kind of took place here in pre-market, and as you can see, it's a huge wick on this candle. But as you can see as well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So for 30 minutes, there was nothing but a nice uptick. Now, again, we're looking at the 5-minute duration on these candles. I tend to look at the 5-day, 5-minute. That's one of my favorite time frames that I tend to like to look at because the 1 minute gets a little busy. We'll take a look at that. As you can see, there's just a ton of information in here. And I tend to like to look at broader time frames, even though the 5-day, 5-minute is a short-term time frame as well. So yeah, we'll go zoom back into it. So what I tend to look at with the patterns, and if you've seen any of my other videos, I kind of speak to this as well. But ultimately, we're looking for the same thing, guys. We're looking for that movement up in pre-market, right? And then we're looking for that nice little basing action, that nice little U-shape action that you see right here, right? Because what it's telling us is that it wasn't just kind of like a hit and quit, right? Meaning it didn't just run up and then run back down in pre-market. It kind of ran up and then it kind of created a nice little U shape or what I like to call a nice little base right here, right? Now, once that took place, opening candle here, as you can see, this opens up the 630 candle here. Um, Nice little action. You get about 5 million shares traded, and so that's a nice low sign. I tend to like to wait to get a good idea of what's going on, but I set my alert originally at the 235 range. and I wanted to see some action throughout 250. I figured 250 was going to be my entry because with this particular type of stock, I want to trade what we call whole dollar half dollars. So 250 is literally a half dollar because the next possible move would be $3, which would be the whole dollar, right? So that's where I kind of created a strategy around this particular trade, and I said, okay, listen, if it breaks this 235 with some conviction, we'll definitely be locked and loaded and ready to go. As you can see with this particular candle, the next candle up, which was the 635 candle, you have 8 million shares traded. To me, that's conviction because it was 3 million shares more than the previous candle here. So as you can see that guy's down in the corner, well, in the left side right down here under volume. You have 5.3 million shares traded in the first 5 minutes. You have 8.4 million shares traded in the second 5 minutes. So when you see that action takes place, breaks through the high of day on the pre-market, that's a recipe that we're gonna get going. I kind of watched it a little bit further into here, right? And then I got into the trade in this candle here, right around the 250 range. Okay, so I was pretty comfortable getting into this, especially once I saw it move into the red candle here in the next trade. And the reason why I was really comfortable with this trade was because of the fact that normally what you see with these stocks, especially when we're seeing it move from the 6:30 time frame into around 7 a.m., first 30 minutes of the day, you see that if there's a pullback, normally there's a nice little pop out of that pullback. That's just something that you tend to see um, with a lot of these, runners, 100 plus per day runners. Now, as of this recording, I think DATS is trading at around 75% for the day. If you check out FinViz, you'll be able to see that information as well. But as you can see, literally as we're doing this video right now, you see that it's moving and it's creating that same U-based shape that you saw right here as well. So there's some potential opportunity even as we're doing this video right now, guys. But ultimately, yeah, so I got in here right around this move, and I saw the red candle that took place here, and that got me excited for two reasons. Number one, because like I said, you see the run up, and there's normally a nice consolidation point that takes place. Normally, these stocks don't just run up continuously; they can, but it's always good to see some level of consolidation or pullback. Okay. The other thing that made me pretty excited about it too is that, as you can see in the candle that I got in, there was 5 million shares traded. This candle was 3.4, and it was a red candle. So that was another indicator that made me feel very comfortable because there were less shares traded on the red candle, right? And then you get the nice massive move here in the following 5 minute candle. As you can see, there were 6.1 million shares traded here. So what that tells me too is that's almost double the amount of volume from the 1 minute, the 5 minutes here to the next 5 minutes, right? So from one candle to the next, you saw almost a doubling in volume. So that made me aware this is going to go, and it's probably going to go pretty substantially. My original trade plan was to be in at 250, be out at 3. Okay. And so that's exactly what I stuck to. I got in at the 250, got out at the 3, right at this candle here. So as you can see, I got in right here at this candle. So roughly held it for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, or actually 20. So I was in it for about 20 minutes and made 50 cents per share, guys. And so the biggest thing that you want to think about, and again, this is, various traders at various trading levels. Ultimately, most traders love to get that 1 point. I was very comfortable getting the 50 cents because I had a really good feeling that, it was going to be a pretty safe trade. It was moving in the right direction. It had all of the indicators that we look for. Had the press release, so there was news. So it was on a lot of people's radar to begin with in pre-market. Broke the pre-market high that you saw here, which was at 235. Kind of waited to see it do a little bit more, so that's the reason why I decided to get out to 250. Want to give it a little room and a little air to breathe, which it did that pretty comfortably, in this actual candle here. And then I just decided to not get too greedy, guys. Wanted to lock in 50 cents, which is what I did here. Obviously, I could have just held it all the way through, and I could have got above 320 because the high of the day today was 323 thus far. Like I said, it's far from over. As you can see, you're getting that nice little basing action here because we are doing this video while the market is currently open. So you're seeing a nice little trend upwards. You're also seeing some higher lows, right? So as you can see in this candle, the low was 273, this one was 276, and then this one is 281, and right now this one is 287. So that's showing you that the lows are getting higher, so that means it's moving in this direction as well. All these little indicators that you kind of want to look at, guys, when you're analyzing a trade, because you might have had a situation where you wasn't ready at market open. You might have missed a trade, so you might have missed this run up right here. Does not necessarily mean it's over, guys, because as you can see, you have that basing action here. Another thing I want you guys to take a look at is the volume. See how the volume has tapered off quite a bit. That's why I like trading in times where the volume is at its highest, right? So one thing you also want to look at is you want to see what's going on volume wise. If you see the volume coming back and you top that with some green candles, then we got some good things going on. Another thing too, guys, we always want to take a look at the bigger picture. So we go to the 1 year, 1 day chart. As you can see, this thing has ran like crazy at various points before. I mean, look at this run up. These candles represent days. So as you can see here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for 7 days in a row, this thing went up like crazy. And you see there's some huge candles here, guys. I mean, it opened the day at 8:31. The high day was 10:39. That's 2 points right there in this candle, guys. I'm gonna blow this up a little bit just to give you guys a better idea. So remember, we're looking at the 1 year, 1 day. So like I said, on this day, you would have gotten 2 points. Opened at $8.31. The high was $10.39. That's 2 points. Look at this candle, guys. Opened the day at $11.35. The high was $14.64. So what this means is that when you go back and you look at the historical data, this tells us that this previous runner has the ability to run with some pretty substantial movement. Now, will we get that today? That's anybody's guess. It's really tough to say, but we have to be reactionary to it. We're not going to try to predict anything. What we're going to do is we're going to look at what's going on in the chart, and then we're going to react off the chart. So as you can see, we have the movement here. We have that U-shaped basing here, right? Kind of like that gun formation. A lot of people like to call it that too. And what we're going to look for, if you want to be conservative, I would say to look for the break of the 323, 325 range with some really good volume. You want to see it with good volume, okay? So those are the things that we're kind of looking at there, guys. But yeah, just wanted to make this video a little different because, like I said, normally I wait till the end of the trading day and kind of go over what transpired that day. But I wanted to jump in right now because I was already done with the trade. I won't personally be moving back into this trade today. But again, it will definitely be on the watch list because depending on how this thing ends, we could have some shorts trapped in here and it could make for a better trade tomorrow as well, guys. So with that being said, like always, please make sure you're hitting a thumbs up, liking this video. Also, make sure you are subscribing to the channel as well as hitting the post notification bell and sharing this out, guys. Because what you're going to notice is that with these series of videos, we're literally just creating different trade plans here, so you guys will be able to analyze the data, go over the videos multiple times, see where if you're a little more aggressive than we are, you can see, okay, well, I can take this trade at this space, If you guys are a little more conservative than we are, you can say, okay, well, it looks like they would take it here, I would take it there, but you can create a plan. And that's very, very important, guys, because when you have a plan and you execute your plan, you have a high likelihood of making money. And that is exactly what we want to do. We are all here to make money, guys, and there's no better feeling when you work 15 to 20 minutes in a trading day and you have a green profit and loss statement. It kind of sets up your day really well for you to go out and take care of business and do all the things that you need to do. And so that's what it is that I am trying to bring to you guys as well. And we're going to continue to do it. We are just getting started, guys. So make sure that you are checking out the videos. If you're new to the channel, make sure you check out some of the previous videos. I've gone over some of the multi-day runners as well. And I've also gone over some option strategies for you guys as well to make serious money. Whether you're day trading, swing trading, or options, I recommend all of the above because you want to look at trading kind of like a toolkit, guys. You know, you can't build a house with just a hammer, okay? You need a saw, you need a screwdriver, you need nails, you need a ton of different things, okay? And that's what we are giving to you here with these videos. So, till next time, we will see you in the next video.